Alright guys, welcome to another beer review. Having a nightmare with recorded videos since I'm waiting for a new cable so I can actually connect my iPhone to my MacBook and the MacBook actually detects the iPhone because I've got no space and I've got to convert these videos down so the file sizes aren't too high when I transfer them over. It's all a massive pain in the arse. So this is take two because I spent 10 minutes on this beer and it just made the file size way too big and there wasn't really much to talk about this one. So today we're going over to the Rügener Insel-Brauerei and we're looking at the Insel Kreide, which is clocking in at 5.6%. Beautiful artwork as per usual from the Insel-Brauerei, depicting it's either cliffs or icebergs. But yeah, beautiful stuff. And I just love the way they present their bottles. And there is the crown, which is nice as well. So this is an intriguing one because it says that it got it in London 2016 at the World Beer Awards. Insel Kreide got the best Germany's Brut / Champagne beer. So I'm not too sure about the actual brewing process or what style this beer is, because I didn't really do too much research on it because I wanted to be a little bit surprised by it. So, beer in the glass, and to me, that looks like something along the lines of a Berliner Weisse or a Goes style beer. It's got lovely paleness to it, but it is opaque. Sort of like nice honey, lemon curd, golden tones to it. Lovely amount of sedimentation. There are little tiny bits and bobs, but there's like a nice sediment cloud in the middle. And beer poured with, well, at this point it's got just one finger's worth of a white coloured head. So yeah, it's got that like crisp, refreshing look to it. The lightness of it just makes it that little bit more crisp, like I was just saying. Yeah, it's one of those days, people. Let's give this one a sniff. Very pale, orange peel, almost. Like you've just finished juicing an orange and it's just very pale, like you're getting almost to like the piffiness. But that's really the only fruity tone in there. You do, well, that being said, you get like a grape-like quality, like a white grape. And you do get like the sensation of a champagne or a sparkling white wine, which I'm guess is coming from a specific yeast that they've done with this one. You do pick that up, and then it also has that sort of like slight Belgian style yeast character to it. But all in all, you get essence of like a Berliner Weisse, you get essence of a Goes beer. Not really salty though, but you get that like peppery coriander note. It's got this like damp sort of aroma to it as well. Almost like a slight mouldiness, if that makes sense. Like not mould as in you've got to get that sorted out because it's mouldy as hell, but that's sort of like when you have cheese or good mould that helps enhance flavors of specific items. You know what I mean? It's like that dankness, but not in like a hoppy, resiny sense. But above all, it's just a very nicely balanced beer, very subtle. You have to really go in there to pick out flavours. So, let's see what it tastes like. Cheers. And just like I was saying, in terms of its appearance and the aroma, it's like, to me, a mishmash of different styles. Like, you get that slight Berliner Weisse flavour. There's an ever so slight peppery saltiness coming from like an almost Goes like aroma. And then you get those like Belgian, almost like Belgian blonde ale characteristics in there as well. But underneath all that, that white grape character comes through really, really nicely, really nice and subtle. It's got a tartness to it, slight sourness, but it's not, pucker in your mouth. It's not, draining all that liquid and that sort of thing. Um, it's just very, very subtle, very drinkable, a light body, not watery, Very gentle carbonation, just helps it distribute that beer around nicely. Doesn't rest too watery. And it is almost like as if you're tasting or drinking like a sparkling white wine or like a very subtle, slightly cheap champagne, if that makes sense. But there's a lot going on, but there isn't at the same time. And it's not to the point where it's like a confused mess of different styles. It works, but if you're looking for a flavour sensation, this beer is probably not for you. If you like those slight grape-like tartness or tart flavours, then you might enjoy this one. Perfect summer beer. It's very crisp. It's very delicate. It's very balanced. But it's just not really exciting me too much. It is solidly crafted, and if I was to be given 2 or 3 bottles of these, I would happily drink them. And you know, barbecue weather, you sat by the river, you've got your grill, you know, you've got good company, you've got good meat, that sort of thing. This is going to accompany that absolutely perfectly. Very, very summery. So in terms of a rating then, on the Insel Kreide, I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. Maybe if I'd had a little bit more experience with the style, if I could actually pinpoint what this style of beer is, then I might be able to give a bit more of a well-balanced review. But in its own right, on its own merits, it's a solid job. It's just not really tickling me too much. So if you've tried this one, as always, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. If you've tried anything from these guys, give me some recommendations. I've had a couple of beers from them there. Baltic Stout was absolutely fantastic. And yeah, go check out my playlist of their beer reviews. Go check out the brewery. If any of my friends have reviewed this beer, of course, the links will be included in the description box down below. And yeah, I'm going to go now. Thank you guys for watching, and I shall hopefully see you all later. Cheers.